Hi everyone, welcome back for another Daily Dose of Hope. I'm Jody Burgin. These wonderful people with a life expectancy of days and hours, they teach me so much about what really matters in life. Time, where has it gone? This 90-year-old leukemia patient reflected. If I had my life to live over again, she said, I would spend it by being known and loved, knowing and loving. Being known and loved, knowing and loving. Then she went on to talk about her spouse and her pregnancies and her children and her friends, people that she loved. She talked about relaxing more and being sillier and riding more merry-go-rounds and taking fewer things seriously. For sure, she said, I would eat more ice cream. A few short weeks ago, we were quickly immersed into this COVID-19 pandemic crisis. There's no playbook for managing our way through this, nor is there a playbook on how we're going to come out of it. 2020 has turned out to be a very unique leap year, hasn't it? We had 29 days in February, about 300 days in March, and what feels like 500 years in April. We're trying to figure it out as we go. It's kind of like building an airplane as we're flying it. So that will be true too of the way we're coming out of this thing. Soon we're going to land this quarantine plane, and what is life going to be like for you at that point? Everything at the moment is kind of up for grabs. What is your exit going to look like? This is a unique time to reassess your priorities and your practices. You get to design a whole new way of doing life, frankly. And I believe this dear lady has something to say to us about our new normal. For most of us, our emphasis prior to COVID-19 was getting stuff and getting stuff done. Now this lady nearing the end of her life is just yelling at us, design your life around being known and loved, knowing and loving. What most of us long for is just simply to be known and loved. We want to be seen for who we actually are, not what we do or the person we appear to be. Being known and loved, knowing and loving, it begins with this deep-seated belief that the person I'm with is important. They're genuinely significant. And then they also deserve my undivided attention. Being known and loved, knowing and loving, it begins with these three basic routines when you're with someone. And when you're with someone, these are your only responsibilities. Here they are. These are simple. First is mirror. Simply stated, you repeat back what you've heard the other person say. And you ask if you've heard them accurately. Try not to paraphrase or color it with your own interpretation, and repeat it until both of you are satisfied that you have actually heard the message clear. That shows that you're interested in knowing them. So mirror. Second, validate. You don't have to agree with everything the individual is saying. You simply have to agree that it makes sense. That shows that you love and you value them and their thoughts. You may have a completely different opinion than what you're hearing them express, but that can wait. Just validate what the other person is thinking. So mirror, validate. Third is to empathize. How do you imagine the other person is feeling? Look for feelings and emotions behind the words that you're hearing them articulate. And then verbalize it. Now that may sound simple, but this is critical to being known and loved, knowing and loving. When we come out of this, everyone is going to realize that they have really missed being with people that they loved. You'll hear that emphasis over and over again. You'll hear it repeated with words like this. This pandemic was awful and people died, but we realized we missed each other. It kind of feels like a wave that's rising to me right now, and I'm encouraging us to kind of turn our surfboard around and prepare ourselves to ride that wave. And as you prepare, practice these 3 habits when you're with people that you love, and that'll help you ride that wave. Design your life around being known and loved, knowing and loving by mirroring, validating, and empathizing. Mirror, validate, empathize.